guys, welcome back to my channel. It is the one and only Serenity Soul Invictus, and I'm here today sitting low. I just finished a brutal workout. Jillian Michaels hit workout body shred. Um, Starting this for like the fifth time. Okay, no, let's be honest, like the third time, and I'm on day number 4. So I've had no breaks, no rests in between. I think the break is coming up. This is 4, so 6 days until rest. Rest is on Monday. And hubby is telling me like, oh well, you should just take a break today. And like, you're not gonna advance in this thing if you take breaks every time you feel tired. You have to push through that. You have to actually get proper rest, get proper nutrition, all of that good stuff, and go at it. It's only like about 35 minutes long, including warm up and stretch. So I can do that. I've done much worse. I run, and so my runs sometimes I'm still trying to get to the point where I can run like for the entire like distance, which is about maybe 5 miles without stopping, or at least just one stop. And so I think I guess, routine after running, like when I'm not running, is probably hindering me a little bit. But nonetheless, I still go out there and I still hit it. Like I know before, like a year ago, a little over a year ago, I was able to run. I started picking up the pace, the routine. I started doing serious sprinting and stuff like that, where I had to really intensify the run instead of just jogging. I was attacking it like I'd say 3 times out of every week. I would do steep incline hills at the fastest possible speed. I would run if I got to the beach or whatever. I would like just hit it, like hit the sand and take off like Usain Bolt, and like do that until I just like can't give anymore, and then jog back home or whatever slowly. But that helped me a lot back then, and I have to get back to that because I saw that after doing that for about 2 weeks, my my endurance totally improved. Like I was able to run for like 25 to 30 minutes nonstop after that. But then my whole running routine kind of like slowed down. So anyways, such is life. You know what, I'm not an athlete. I'm not, but I'm doing this for so many other reasons, and that's what I want to talk about today. How fitness helps with you living your own truth, how fitness helps you to become your best version. And I want to say that a lot of people that I know are definitely not big fitness enthusiasts. I may be the biggest fitness enthusiast I know. And like I should have guns, I should be ripped and like, oh, look at that, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I'm getting there. Thanks, Jillian. But the running thing was the beginning. The running, I mean, I always worked out from I was a teenager, but my working out was for the physical. My working out back then was for the eyes, was for, the boys. Stupid reasons, you want to lose this belly fat so bad. You're like 15, like, oh my God, what belly? Now that I've had two basically 10-pound children, I really know what a belly looks like now. And I appreciate that belly that I had when I was 16, 17 years old. I would do what I wouldn't do to go back to that in terms of figure and size. But everything is an evolvement in life. Everything grows, everything changes, and it's about improvement. It's about expansion. It's about expression. It's about every day moving closer to that thing that's just calling you out there. And I did that video on the life lessons we learned from The Alchemist. Fitness is just like that. Fitness is just like the story of The Alchemist in the book. It's like a never-ending quest, but you don't ever really, like I said, it's never ending. You don't finish it, but it's like you're seeing light at the end of this tunnel, and you're hitting checkpoints to reach this grand light at the end. So I haven't eaten anything yet. I should. I'm not really hungry yet. I had a bunch of water. And so I just thought, let me just do this while it's early, before I get any other interruptions, anything like that. And I was just watching a live stream by one of my favorite YouTubers, um, Lisa Marie. She's got a YouTube channel, an awesome YouTube channel. It's about, um, empowerment and enlightenment, especially for us melanated females and stuff. But anybody, I think anybody who lands on her channel would be very excited, would be very encouraged, and probably would stick around as well, because the information, the wisdom, the knowledge and stuff that she shares is for us all basically to learn from. And she's talking about running, how she just started running a while ago, like maybe, I'd say from what I can remember, I remember when she first started talking about her running, it was like well over a year ago, could be more. But she's talking about running and fitness and about clean eating and all of that stuff, and as it relates to your partners, our partnerships in life and stuff like that. And this is what led me to do this video this morning, because you know a lot of times things are scripted, you have little notes written down and stuff like that, but this morning, this one is coming from the heart. This one is just a message for my fellow sisters, sisters from another mother, sisters from another mister, sisters, like, all of us are one, all of us are connected. And that's why I thought this message, like I said to her, like, I just started running, I would say about 3 years ago, and the things that I saw change from me actually taking that step, it was remarkable, and it still is remarkable. It's like something that you can't exactly explain to other people, because running is something that a lot of people would look at as torture. They'd be like, why are you doing that? Like, what is the purpose? And to be honest, for me, it was something that I always admired as I grew up in a part of town that was not like the inner city. It was more of a semi-suburban area, and so it was closer to where the rich people lived. Closer, I wouldn't say lived where the rich people lived, but it was close to where the rich people lived. And so I would get an opportunity, often more than my peers, I guess, to kind of see how the rich people lived, how foreigners lived, because their houses and stuff was on the western side of our island, Nassau, New Providence. And so, every weekend, my uncle would take me with him. We'd go jogging or swimming, on the beach. He'd take me for driving lessons, or take me out on Sundays to learn to ride my bicycle, stuff like that. So, for me going out there on a regular basis, I used to look at foreigners. Let me just be honest. I would say white people who lived here. And I would see them just going in the hot sun, just running and like running and like running. And I'm like, why are they doing that? Why are they trying to kill themselves? And like the guys are like bareback, their skin is parched from the sun, and they're like, and I'm like, look at him go, or look at her go. I can do that, because obviously they're getting something from this. Obviously, this is like giving them some kind of high that other people just don't understand. And that's why I wanted to talk about it, because my people, a lot of times see exercise as just something to make them fit into clothes well, make them, look good. How fitness, physical fitness, plays into your life. It's very important. The saying, move it or lose it, that totally applies here, because if you don't exercise something, if you don't activate and stimulate, if you don't use what you've got, what's the purpose? Everything in this universe, on this planet, has a purpose. And when it's purposeless, when it comes to be purposeless now, it gets removed, gets taken away, or somebody else takes it for themselves. So if we just realize this, a lot of times we see ourselves not being able to manifest our goals. We see ourselves sometimes not even having a goal, because we're stagnant, because we're not getting that energy flowing properly within us. We need to circulate that blood. We need to have this exercise releases endorphins, hormones, all of these good feeling things like dopamine and stuff that you get, like, when you cuddle a young baby in your arms, let's say it's your own young baby to be precise, that feeling that you get that takes over your whole being, like it's like some sparkling thing happening. That's the same type of feeling you get after a good workout. That's what a lot of people are missing out on. If we just start somewhere, you're going to see improvement in such a short amount of time. When you want to see something change, when you want to see something change, when you want to actually ignite that flame now, that's going to help you, that give you that passion and that push to move towards the things you want more, start exercising. Whether it's running, whether it's walking, whether it's dancing, biking, whatever, just start somewhere. And the journey is going to take you into the next step and the next step and the next step until you see this wonderful, like, movie unfold of your life. Because I find that when I go running, like I'm able, the first thing I do before I go out is, like, of course, have a little coffee or tea or something like that, because you just got up. I rather do it in the morning than versus later in the evening when you're depleted already. So I eat a light something, like maybe a little bite of a sandwich. Or when I'm out now, when I get out there finally in that fresh morning air, in the fresh sunlight, early. The birds are like chirping. There's hardly traffic on the road because of the time. It's the most peaceful, rejuvenating time of my day. And I'm able to pray as I'm leaving out. I'm able to look around and, like, readjust myself to nature. It's just an amazing feeling. And, like, also, this is the time where you're able to meditate and focus on those things that you would like to see become reality. You're able to clear all of the funky thoughts that you had about all your bills or all the children's squabbles and sibling rivalry and what hubby said about your, like, pot of soup last night or whatever. Not me. I don't get complaints in the food department, okay? But whatever, all the stresses of the day before, you actually have a chance to totally clear your mind of. This is before you even start sweating. This is just as you're heading out now, you're getting that mind focus. Okay? And for me, as you begin to run and the music plays, and, like, you don't let it be a song that you really resonate with, that makes the biggest difference. Sometimes you don't even need music, but I'm saying music definitely taps into the emotional aspect of us. Like, sometimes I'm listening to a song and I've got goosebumps all over my arm and I'm running. I'm like, wow, like, people would think, like, I don't know what I look like when I'm running. I've recorded myself a couple of times, but music sometimes helps us to get into that mood, to get into that way of thinking, visualizing. Some songs hit you and you just feel so powerful listening to them. It's like you feel like Superman, like you could just fly. Like, beam me up, Scotty. Like, let me go. Like, it feels so empowering, and that's why I want to do this message today, because I felt like it was important for us to hear. When you're sitting down, you're sitting back. A lot of times, the people I've seen who have done that, they start to get old very fast. I know there's a lady that used to work at my daughter's school. She seemed to be there for her entire life, and she just retired last year, and she lives close by the school. And you would not believe how much older this woman looks. I just saw her yesterday or day before. How much older she looks already. And she's starting to bend over, like spine. Like, she was not walking like that when she left, when she retired, before she retired. She was up in age, but she was still um, mobile. Now she's looking almost, and I don't want to use the word, but I have to, decrepit. Like, it's like she's deteriorating right before her own very eyes. And that's when you go home and you sit down and you don't do anything. You start to worry. You have all this blank time and space in your mind to just listen to that chatterbox just tell you all of these silly things and worries and things from the past that you cannot control anymore, things that, oh my gosh, gonna happen in the future because, like, I'm old now, and, like, what if this and what if that. You need to stay active. You need to keep your mind active and your body. And fitness and exercise definitely does that. Lisa Marika, her eyesight has improved dramatically since she started running, and she's 50 years old. Okay, and she's getting improved eyesight, not lowered, like lower vision. This is what happens. Like, your skin, everything, all of these little things that we kind of go out and spend all this money to correct and to improve is free. You could just start changing your routine, start changing your perspective on life. Just start somewhere. You don't have to go and try to become this great marathon runner. I have never done a marathon. And I probably will. I will one day. I definitely want to. But in the meantime, this is just my holistic health regimen, my holistic self advancement routine, if I could call it that. And when you have relationships, fitness definitely helps in that department as well, because you notice sometimes you spend so much time around your partner that it becomes annoying. Like, everything they say almost ticks you off. It's like, that's because you guys need to find your own little niche. You need to find that nook, that space, find hobbies, find things that you can do together, but things that you can also do on your own, because you are your own individual. This is an individual thing, and then it becomes a collective. You can't just, everything you can't do together. You weren't born at the hips. So when a person sees you actually going out there and striving and pushing yourself, nobody is behind you telling you, hey, you should go do this today. You don't have an alarm. You don't even have an app that says, hey, it's Friday, get to running, or do your Jillian Michaels. You have to be the one to self-motivate yourself. You. And when other people sometimes are going to do that, but most of the time they're not. They don't care about that. You have to care about it for yourself. The reasons, you have your own reasons for it. And this is what's going to help you motivate, keep yourself motivated. I have a fitness channel on fitness group on Facebook. It is Journey of Progress, and now the name of the group is called Live to Progress, Love the Process. But if you search for it on Facebook, it is Journey of Progress. Facebook.com/groups, I think, /Journey of Progress, or take out the groups, I'm not sure. But I'll check so that when I say this again, I don't make a mistake. You find the right group, okay? But a lot of times I notice people are just so unenthused about fitness and health. And it's sad because everybody wants to be fixed. Everybody wants to be healed. Everybody wants to be helped. Everybody wants to lose weight. Everybody wants to fit into this, when you're not willing to put in the work. So who is to blame at the end of the day? And when you let it go so far, how are you expecting to now take control over it? Like, I know, for instance, and people will look at me and they would never imagine, like, I have people in my family who are very overweight, and I try my best to say the things that would help them to get, like, off their ass and get it going. When people see them, people are like, oh, what happened? What Where did you go wrong, Sue? Where did I go wrong? Like, we are responsible for ourselves, you know? And of course, you can help to a certain extent, but you can't get up and force somebody, put a gun to their head and say, hey, run. Or put a hungry dog at their backside and a steak in their pocket and say, run. If I were a trainer, which I think about on a regular basis, you know, I definitely am seeking to move towards that avenue. However, right now this is my therapy, this is my, you know, my me time, but this message is for you guys to kind of like now start to think about this. You know, I see people who are raw foodists, vegans, vegetarians, pescatarians, all of that. And these people, you can tell their way of life just by looking at them, just by their energy, just by their the energy is that's the first thing that you notice. The energy is just through the roof. You know, they may not be all hopped up like they're on caffeine, but they're very optimistic. They're very happy. They're very looks like joyous about life, you know. And it's clear the things that you put in to your body are what you're gonna get out, you know. And people are like, oh, am I gonna get hot chips out of my body? No, you're gonna get tired. You're gonna get a negative kind of like, you know, viewpoint. You're filling yourself up with fake imitation stuff, and so that's what's going to come out of you. Let's just put it like that. You know, think about these things. This is a conscious thing we're moving towards, and I see more and more every day people getting so much more awakened. So there's no excuse. Everything that you need to know is right at your fingertips. You're here watching this video, and so that means everything that you need to know basically you can find, because if you're seeking it, it's going to show itself to you. And that's why we're in this together. That's why I say it like that, because sometimes people help me just by watching these types of videos. People help me greatly, and I've seen some people say some things that like really blew my mind. It's like, wow, why didn't I think about that sooner? You mean I had to see somebody from Chicago, Illinois tell me that, like, or somebody from Norway? Or it's like, you know, it's so get up, get out, get busy, move towards your dreams and your goals, and you know, and like I said, get active. And that was one of the life lessons of that we learned from the book The Alchemist, you know, taking action. That's very important for us to do in order to see ourselves evolve to that place. You know, it's a never ending journey. We don't know when we die where we go. I mean, I would like to imagine that we go back to where we came from, you know, back to that source that has everybody and everything within its grip. but but a lot of people now, I'm starting to look into the aspect of past lives, all of that kind of stuff. You want to get it, even we don't know 100% if that is a real phenomenon. If we actually, you know, do come back like 12 or 13 times because you didn't get the lesson right. You want to get the lesson right all of this time. You say life is short, but it's pretty long, day by day, to live suffering and to live miserably. It's very long. So you want to live the best life that you can right now. It's not promised tomorrow that you're going to be here with all of us doing this same thing. So make the most out of each of your days, you know. Get up, get out, like I said, see the sun, feel the air, breathe. Like Infinite Water says, that good ass prana, man. And let's just enjoy life. Get enthused, be happy, you know. Let this energy thing increase and let it just have a ripple effect on everybody else around us. Because the world needs healing, the world needs help, and it starts with you. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. So with that being said, guys, I'm outie. I'm going to be back shortly with another great topic. And as always, peace, love, blessed be, guys, and namaste. Bye.